So one of the things that drives me crazy is the debate on shipping sports cards. PWE or no PWE. It really drives me crazy because both sides are so stuck in their ways, neither side can budge. So today we are going to talk about that, and we're going to continue to talk about why eBay is unethical. Or are they unethical? We'll talk about it. Just let's get into it. So Big Daddy Cool brings up something we hear all the time. It is way too easy for a card to get damaged using a plain letter envelope. Stick it in a penny sleeve, top loader between two pieces of cardboard, put it in a bubble mailer, your customer's gonna be grateful. Drives me crazy every time I hear that crap. I've said before, I don't take anything here personal, and I don't, but this is a comment that bothered me because it's a comment we get a lot, guys. You know, the people that are never plain white envelope. Something that's been done for longer than most of us who are doing this have been alive. I mean, realistically, think about it. People have been sending plain white envelope for almost longer than we've been alive. Well, definitely longer than we've been alive, but I mean with sports cards. So it's way easier for a card to get damaged using a letter envelope. I have not seen anybody on YouTube or anywhere give facts that back that up. I feel like a lot of that is assumption and feelings. Place the card in a penny sleeve, top loader, put between two thin pieces of cardboard, and place in a padded envelope. Customer will be grateful. Yes, the customer will be grateful, but for most cards, that's not even needed. Especially when it comes to these $1.75, $2 free ship type cards. Even sending in a bubble mailer with pieces of cardboard around it, trust me, your card's not any safer than going through in one of these. And one of the reasons I say that is, say we get to a small mailbox. This, postal workers just drop it right in, slides in, no problem. Something in one of these, how have you seen your mail come before? They do whatever they can to get this to fit in your envelope. I mean, into your mailbox, because if they don't, they have to take it back, and they don't want to take it back. So they'll do whatever they can to squeeze it. Yeah, you've got your cardboard around it, but how many times have we seen pictures and other things that say do not bend? Get bent the frick up and then put into a mailbox. We see it a lot. So really, I'd love to know, how is it more likely for a card to get damaged using a letter envelope? It's something I've wondered. It's something we get told all the time by the never in a PWE crowd. But seriously, how? I know of some people that have been in that no PWE crowd that are now debating on whether or not to start using them. Now, granted, if I got a $10 card or more, I'm not putting it in this. My peace of mind, it'll be sent in the padded bubble envelope, and the customer will be grateful, because that's how I'd want to receive that card. If I saw one of these come, $1.75 free ship, and it comes in an envelope that I know you spent probably like $4 for, I'm thinking, what is this seller doing? They're losing money. So, yeah, I would love if somebody had proof that it's more likely for a card to get damaged using an envelope. I really would, because guys, it's pretty safe. It's been done since way before a lot of us were alive, and I've shipped over thousands of cards this year, and I've never heard a customer complain that a card got damaged. So please, if you're one of these never PWE crowds, let me know. Let me know how it's more likely to get damaged. Very curious. Guys, if you're liking this style of content, you've been watching me, you haven't hit it yet, why don't you go hit that subscribe button? That way you can keep coming back and catching more material. So if you notice, I got my hood up. It's raining a little bit, but I wanted to keep getting in the change of pace and change of scenery for you guys. And plus, I like answering these questions outdoors. But today, Shogun, he continues to talk about eBay being unethical. He says, what's unethical is eBay charging 13.25% on sales tax that I never handled. Remember that point. You never handled it. And charging him 13.25% on shipping labels he buys through them. Good stuff. Definitely want to talk about it. Once again, this is going to be another comment where I'm going to have to disagree about eBay being unethical. The fees are high. We all know that. The fees are high. What's unethical is eBay deducting the fee out of the sales tax that you never handle. Guess what? eBay did you a huge solid by never having you handle the sales tax. They are doing all the paperwork with every single state on your behalf. Is that worth 13% off of the 8-cent sales tax in a random state? Hell yeah. What a lot of people don't realize is when it comes to sales tax, you have to remit to every state you sell. How much time is that? How much effort is that? How much work is that on the accounting side for you? So for eBay to take out a little fee for that, that doesn't bother me. Not one bit. Go ahead, take that. Because you know what? You took a big stress off of me. Big one. And then same thing when it comes to the shipping when you buy the labels directly through them. I get it. You're still paying, the fee on the shipping. But guess what? You're using their shipping platform. You're buying it through them. You're using a deal they made with the USPS. If I'm a business and you're going to use what I did, of course I'm going to want a little bit of money out of that in addition to what, we already charge you. Now, is there a better practice? Yes. I kind of like the way Whatnot does it, where, if it was the eBay, I'm going to use the eBay percentage here. 13% off of the final value. Yes, I love that. You can do that. The shipping and sales tax should be a lower rate. Like on Whatnot, it's I don't know if the percentage has changed, but it's been a while since I've been on Whatnot. It was 2.9% on the sales tax and the shipping, which basically covered the processing fee from the credit card provider. That's what a lot of people forget when it comes to the sales tax and shipping. eBay's charging a fee on that, but guess what? That extra, say, $4 shipping and 10-cent sales tax, that's $4.10 more they have to pay a fee to the provider on. So, again, get it. I understand why they're doing it. When it comes to sales tax and shipping, though, I would definitely prefer them to do it via, a smaller percentage like Whatnot does. Because then it doesn't feel like they're making a profit off of that. But again, I get why they're charging a fee, guys. They're doing a lot of work for us on the back end that we never want to do. And honestly, some of you guys, not gonna lie, some of you guys, if you had to sit there and remit sales tax to every state you sold to, I wouldn't be surprised if some of you guys had a state's tax man calling you and possible legal issues. Sorry, just being real on that one. But yeah, I wouldn't call it unethical, much like the conversation the other day about ethics. I just think there's a better way. I wouldn't call it unethical. Now, Johnny brings up a great point. He says what most sellers fail to understand is eBay is also a business. They're a business, guys. They have shareholders they have to answer to. None of us like paying the fees on eBay, but honestly, tell me, what platform are you going to have the potential to reach millions and millions of customers? Johnny, you always bring up some good points that people forget. And, even in that recent answer I gave, some things that I forgot as well. What a lot of sellers forget is eBay is a business. They've got their stakeholders to answer to. They've got people who want to see a return on their investment, and a return on that investment includes profit. So they're going to fee. They're going to send us plenty of fees because they need to make money. They don't actually sell anything. Sell nothing. Nothing. Um, no one likes paying the fees, but you get it because of what you're getting out of it. And one of the things that people forget that they get out of it, like Johnny says, potential customers. That's right, your potential customers. Can you tell me on what platform you're going to get as much traffic as you do with eBay? Okay, Amazon. Yeah, I get it. Are you selling individual sports cards on Amazon? Are you selling individual cards on Walmart's website? No. You might be selling them on a site like Mercari. I've seen some people starting to sell, bulk lots of cards on Poshmark. You definitely see people selling cards on Facebook. You got COMC or whatever it is. You got plenty of other websites. You got Beckett. But where are you going to get the traffic that you get from eBay? Where? Those fees, part of it is the marketing that gets the customers there. These fees, they may be insane, but you know what, guys? We're getting what we should out of it, except for a properly working platform. We all know all the issues this platform has, but when it comes to traffic, handling the sales tax for me, and many other things, I feel like I'm getting what I'm paying for. Except when it comes to those promoted listings. I really do. I think they jacked that whole thing up with Dynamic, and I think they really want to make a nice little profit out of that by driving everybody to Dynamic, which forced the Dynamic rate up. But that's another story. Now, Rich Thomas just found the channel, and he just wants to say he loves the content. He wanted to give me a shout out. He wanted to give me a shout out because he's taken some of my advice and used it on the platform Mercari, which is interesting because I only talk about eBay. He said last month on Mercari was his best month to date, so he just wanted to thank me for that and give me a shout out. He loves the insight I provide. All right, Rich, thank you for watching the channel. I'm glad that you're enjoying the content you're seeing, and I'm glad to hear some of the stuff I've suggested and talk about here has helped make you money. I'm glad to hear it's helping people. It's one of the things I enjoy about this channel and doing this is hearing people have taken some advice that I've given and had success with it. So thanks for those kind words. The interesting part about it is we were just talking about other platforms. Where can you get the same traffic as eBay? Rich is selling on Mercari. That's right, Mercari. Had his best month to date. And I'm curious because I never sold cards on Mercari. How has it worked out for you guys that do? How is it for you guys that sell on both eBay and Mercari? Do you find your sales to be similar? Do you find one platform to be more profitable than the other? Profitable. Sometimes I get in a groove here and I start mumbling over words. But that's a question I have. I've never sold cards on Mercari. I've sold on Mercari. When I was at Everything Seller, I had stuff, cross-posted on both places. Same thing with Facebook and Poshmark. But I wasn't a big fan of the Mercari platform, so I didn't stay with it long. I do see sports cards up there, but I just have never thought of actually going over there to try to sell any low-end singles. It's something that has crossed my mind, especially with this slow time eBay is currently having. Part of the reason, Mercari has the standard envelope. That's right. Mercari has eBay standard envelope. Now, it's not called eBay standard envelope, but they have the same 6387-111 program for certain categories, like sports cards. So it has crossed my mind. I just don't know if it's worth the time to cross-list everything, especially these low end, or should I just do it more for like the $5 and up kind of cards? So any of you guys here that are selling on Mercari, let me know what you do. Definitely very interested in that, and possibly interested in adding that to my repertoire just because, you know, sales are slow right now. And it is the holidays. Why not give yourself more options to make that sale? That is what I got for you guys today. Why don't you go check out the video about the potential unethical practices of eBay, since we did start off talking about that, and see what it's about, and just go check that out, guys.